everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're here doing our ball review on the new High Road Max.
So the new High Road Max is very hard to miss. Bright green, smells like green apple. It has the same cover stock as the Axiom and the Proton Physics. It's the Nano Extreme, and it features the same core as all the other High Roads, the inverted FE2 technology.
So today I will be comparing my High Road Max to the IQ Tour Nano Pearl.
And I'm going to compare it to an original High Road. It's going to be interesting to see what a really strong cover does on the High Road core. And I think it's going to be a versatile ball, so we'll see if it's going to be like that or not.
So let's get going.
Don't forget to check out I Am Bowling, powered by Logo Infusion, for all your jersey needs. Haley and I have teamed up with them this year, and you can head over to their site, www.iambowling.com, and use code DHBOWL for 20% off your order. Make sure to head over and support them. Their new jerseys look great, and you're going to see Haley and I a lot in them this year.
So I think the color on this alone is something that we don't really get to see too often in our store and brand, so that's kind of cool to see with this one as well. I think we both have had quite a bit of success with the High Road line, and we were both super excited when we saw this release. Personally, with the Max, I don't know if I'm going to see myself throwing it as much as the others in this line, or as much as Darren for that matter.
Yeah, I think I'm going to throw it quite a bit. I've been pleasantly surprised by how well it rolled on the house patterns. I thought it was going to be a little bit too tumbly possibly with this cover stock on it, but it's still surprisingly fairly angular, even though it's a really big, strong, solid cover on it. And now that both of ours have a little bit of lane shine, you can see it's pretty playable for Haley here too.
My initial reaction on the Max was that it did hook a lot, but as you said before, I think I'm going to throw it a lot more and like it a little bit better once it does have some lane shine on it for sure.
Yeah, you can see by your first few shots with it even, it is probably a zone farther left than you normally would be on this typical house shot for us. And then when you flip over to the IQ here, you can see it's about an arrow farther right almost.
Yeah, I think you can definitely tell that the Max has a lot more grit to it than that IQ for sure. Yeah, as you can see with the IQ, it's definitely a lot cleaner than the Max. I ended up being, I think, about 4 or 5 boards left with the Max, so like you said, it's about a full zone stronger than that IQ.
Yeah, they both look pretty good here, but I like when you're able to throw a bit stronger ball. It give you a little more defined shape down lane, and to still get it to go through the pins the way the Max was doing, that's the big thing I think in anything for you, is with a little bit lower rev rate, if you can get it to retain the energy and open the lane up and go through the pins, that's the sign of when a ball is really going to work well for you. Switching over to me here with the High Road Max, I've really liked this ball so far. I've thrown it a little bit in the leagues that we're back bowling now, and I've thrown it for the video now, and to me it's like a High Road Nano but a little stronger, and that's kind of what I expected. Like I said in the opening, it's more angular down lane than I thought it was going to be with this big solid cover on it, and I can open the pattern up with it, and it's pretty good for me from multiple angles. You'll see at the end of the video I kind of square up and move around with it a bit, and it looks good from there. With comparing it to the original High Road here, I wasn't that much different with my feet. You can just see how much cleaner the original is, and it just a little less defined shape and a little later shape down lane. You can see with that 10 pin it doesn't quite get the corner out, and it's just not quite enough, even though it still looks pretty good. So I think they're going to be a good 1-2 punch, and then you could go down to even a High Road Pearl or like an Electrify or something like that when you're done with these.
You can definitely see how much this ball does hook. Like if you miss left on this, especially once the shot broke down, that ball was not stopping.
Yeah, and then that, to contrast it, when you missed right there, it was too much cover. It rolled too early and didn't want to get there, but then you get this one in the right part of the lane and go dead flush. So
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a pretty good ball on a lot of different patterns for both of us.
Yeah, I think like you said, definitely if you're looking for something to open up a pattern, if you need to get left, which is a little bit harder for me sometimes, this is a great ball for you.
Yeah, it's that nice. It seems like it's a nice balance. It's a strong enough core with a really strong cover. It just creates a nice controllable shape. So when we went back to me here, that first shot, I just played him the same way I had been. And then I tried to square up like I had said earlier, and a lot of balls will lay off from that spot for me, and this ball is just such a strong cover, it wouldn't. The first two shots, you can see how much they want to hook just sideways at the end, even when I'm rolling the back of it. So I think for playing straighter for me, I'm going to need more volume in the front of the pattern if I want to try and use this ball. Because rolling it, I'm just a little too far left. I'm not going to create great pin carry unless I'm dead flush like that one. I think this one was pretty good too.
And to reference, what were we bowling on? We were bowling on a 40-foot...
41-foot middle of the road kegel pattern. So
Okay.
just a typical house shot, but you can see when I move left with it, I went another probably 10 left, and it looks great circling it and slowing down a little bit. So I think it's going to be a really good ball to chase it left with. Even though it's a super strong, solid cover, it's going to still retain that energy and make the corner.
And as always, guys, if you liked this review, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell.
Thanks for watching.